These automated analyzers were capable of running only 1 or 2 assays at a time. So batching was necessary. So yung disadvantage naman ng batching was that with multiple orders, kailangan multiple time ka mag-start ng testing and that could be challenging. So ngayon, yung automated methods ngayon, okay, can perform a variety of tests in any order on single or multiple specimen within the testing sequence. Ito yung tinatawag natin na random access testing. So ang kagandahan nito is that hindi mo na kailangan mag-batching kasi this has improved the turnaround time, reduce errors, and reduce labor costs. And because of coagulation, we reduce reagent and specimen volume. So dahil sa automation, the process actually uses smaller specimen volume. So magbe-benefit dito yung pediatric patient, di mo na kailangan mag-extract ng 5 ml. O kaya kapag may hirap kuhanan ng blood yung patient, di ba, hindi mo na kailangan mag-extract ng madami. Kasi tingnan mo ha, okay, ang manual PT, 100 UL of plasma yung kailangan. Pero yung automated and semi-automated, half to quarter of that amount. So, ibig sabihin, 25 UL lang yung kailangan. So, konti lang yung specimen, konti lang yung reagents. Kasi tingnan mo yung thromboplastin, 200 UL kapag manual, pero kapag automated, ma-reduce mo yung required ni amount. So, makakatipid ka sa reagents. Tapos, meron din tayong tinatawag na open reagent system. Okay? So, ang ibig sabihin nito, merong flexibility on selecting reagents na best suit the needs of a certain laboratory. Ibig sabihin, kapag open reagent system, katulad nung machine natin sa lab, kahit anong brand ng reagents, pwede doon. So, ang tawag sa machine na yon ay open reagent system. So, we can independently select kung anong reagent yung pwede natin gamitin. Okay? And kapag fully automated yung instrument mo, you can do reagent tracking effectively. So, you can keep kung anong lot number ng reagent, expiration date, tapos merong onboard monitoring system that can flag or alert kapag insufficient na yung volume ng reagent. Tapos meron din barcoding so that you can effectively track yung mga reagents that you are using. Okay. Then, meron din tayong tinatawag na improved specimen management. So, you are using the primary tube sampling. Okay? So, anong ibig sabihin ng primary tube sampling? You directly place the primary specimen collection tube. Ibig sabihin, kung ano yung ginamit mong tube na pinang-extract mo sa patient on the instrument after centrifugation. So, ibig sabihin, hindi ka na magsa-centrifuge, isi-separate mo pa yung plasma, lalagay mo pa sa secondary tube, di ba? So, kung ano yung ginamit mo, yun na mismo yung gagamitin ng instrument. So, ito yung primary tube sampling. So, kapag maganda yung machine, it can accommodate even multiple tube sizes. Guys, saglit lang ha, inom lang ako ng water. Disturbing the red blood cell layer. Kasi pag minsan, di ba, pag nagsaseparate tayo manually, nadidisturb natin yung PAC-RBC. Okay, so crossover between the specimen is eliminated by washing the needle when the specimen between specimen with a rinse solution. So yon. So pagkalagay mo ng tube, yung primary tube mo, merong needle, ipipierce niya yon. Pero before siya lumipat sa kabilang specimen, iwawash niya yon para walang cross-contamination. Okay, so may probe. Okay? Tapos, it can aspirate between 4 or 250 UL and pwede rin siya mag-automatic dilution. Okay, so dito, safe tong gamitin. Kasi wala nang spillage, hindi na tayo ma-expose sa aerosols. Okay? So kadalasan ng mga automated samples or automated machines pala, gumagamit ng closed tube sampling. Tapos, yung mga machines, they're also doing flagging. Okay, so may mga instrument malfunction flag or sample quality flags, reflex testing, kinetics of clot formations. Yeah, so this can easily be detected. So it can also detect, ito pala yung things that we need to, uh, we need to prevent, no? Or we need to, ayaw natin ng clotted specimen kasi this will shorten the clotting time. Ayaw natin ng lipemic specimen. This will prolong the clotting time. Tapos, malilito pa yung optical density sensing instrument. And then, yung hemolysis naman will cause falsely shortened clotting time because of the premature activation of coagulation factors. Okay. And then, I think I will stop here. But before I stop, I would like to show you how